Hey guys, this is a tutorial where I'm going to show you how to add HPs to the unit and also destroy the unit when the HP goes empty. So hopefully you've gone through most of the tutorials up to this point. So you know how to create units and how to create a weapon such as potato gun that could potentially damage the unit. All right, so you can see that there is HP attribute. Now we're gonna make it so when a unit is hit by the dog shooting potato gun, that unit is going to get a damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a separate window that's in incognito mode, and I am going to connect to that game. Oh, okay, I don't want to spawn there. Let's rejoin. Yep. So let's find the other guy. Okay, he's right there. Cool. So I'm gonna shoot him, and that's supposed to give him a damage. But as you can see, the HP stays unscratched. So we are going to change the script now. Sorry, just doing a little housekeeping work here. Um, and I believe that one script for in, I think that was for unit enters collision. So that's what that was for. But I'm gonna add a new event or a new script. That's going to be for when unit gets hit by doggo. Right? So that's a new script I'm making here, and it'll be triggered by when unit touches projectile, right? So that dog is a projectile, and this script will be triggered when that happens when unit hits or touches that projectile. When really it's the projectile that's hitting the unit, but it's the same thing really. So when that happens, I am going to set attribute. Okay, so let's search for attribute. So we have, yeah, set unit attribute. So we are, sorry, I'm gonna go a little slower here. It says set value of undefined of selected unit as 0. So first of all, I need to set the, or choose the attribute, which is going to be HP. So we are going to set value of HP of the triggering unit, the unit that's responsible for triggering this script as 0, but we're not going to do that. We're going to set it, um, let's say we want to set it about, I don't know, 60, 60 less. Every time the unit gets hit by the projectile, it's going to lose 60 HP. So we're going to do a simple math here. So um, basically the new value is going to be the old value or the current value minus the 60. So the operand number 2 here is going to be 60, and we're going to change that to minus. And the first operand is going to be the current value of the unit attribute. So we're going to choose a unit attribute. We're going to choose HP, and that's going to be for the same triggering unit. So let's read this out loud. So we are going to be setting the value of HP of the triggering unit as the value of the or HP of the triggering unit minus 60. So that's going to be the new value. Um, so I think that's good. So let's go ahead and publish it again. All right. So now both of the units are spawned. Let's look for each other. I think it's gotta go down. All right. So there's so they can now see each other. Let's buy the potato gun and let's shoot at the other guy. All right, and let's take a look at his HP. And as you can see, his HP has gone down 60. It is regenerating slowly. So if I shoot him twice, his HP should be under 0. So let's take a look. Bam. So I hit him, and you can see his HP was 0 just now, and it's slowly regenerating. The unit's not dying though. So we're gonna make another script that deals with the death of unit. So we're gonna create a new script, and we'll call it unit death. All right, and this trigger happens when a unit's attribute becomes 0. Okay, and we're going to add a new action. And what we're going to do is we're going to destroy the unit. And we are going to be destroying the triggering unit. Now, we have to do more than just destroying the unit. We have to respawn the destroy the unit. So normally, so intuitively, I would just create the same unit again for the same player. So I would create a unit. So I would create the person. For the selected player, which we're not going to do the selected player, we are going to do a owner of unit, which is going to be triggering unit. And at a position of, well, we're going to say it's going to be a random position in the entire map. So we're going to create a person, the person for the person unit type, for the owner of triggering unit at random position in the entire map region facing 0 degrees. So we're going to, as soon as the unit gets destroyed, we're going to create a new unit, right? And I'm going to tell you right now that this script isn't going to work. But I'll show you how it will not work and why it's not working. Okay, so both units are created. Whoa, okay. One of the units just died for some random reason. I'm not sure why. Let's run it again. Okay, so now, what? Okay. You know what just happened? That's just funny. Because the trigger happens when a unit's attribute becomes 0, right? What was happening was that the unit force y was becoming 0 after a while. So if I was to go up, the force y is going to become -1. It goes under 0, so that script is triggered, and therefore the unit gets destroyed. So one thing I should have done is I should have added if condition to make sure that the attribute that's triggering the event should have been, so hold on. So I'm going to set the triggering attribute. If the triggering attribute is equal to HP, then we're going to run these actions, right? Because we don't want this to be triggered by force X and force Y. Whoops, little glitch there. All right, and the order of this should be changed. So it's first destroyed, and then we're creating the person. So let's republish the game and see what happens. All right, so now the unit isn't being destroyed, although the force X and Y um, are becoming 0. Now I'm gonna buy the potato gun. I'm gonna shoot at the guy once. Oh, that actually I missed him somehow. There you go. I hit him twice, so I didn't miss him. So I hit him twice, and the unit's gone. However, when the unit's gone, it's not respawning. It's not being created again, unlike what I instructed the script to do. The reason that's happening is because it's trying to create the unit person for the owner of triggering unit, which actually doesn't exist anymore because we just destroyed it. So this action isn't going to work. The workaround for this is to create a variable. So I'm going to create a temporary variable. I'm going to call it temp player. And the type of the variable is going to be the player. So we're going to use this variable to store the information about the player that just lost a unit. So unit depth, right? Okay, let's move that under events. Right. And so what we're going to do is we are going to set the variable. We're going to set temp player as um, the owner of the triggering unit. So now we store them. So, oops, okay, that needs to be at the top. Okay, so we have stored a player um, who's the owner of the unit that's about to be destroyed, and we destroy the unit, but we still know who the player is that should get the new unit. So I'm gonna change the owner of unit to temp player. All right. So I'm just gonna walk this through again. When the unit's attribute becomes 0, we are going to make sure that the attribute is HP, and then we're gonna set the temp player as the owner of the dying unit, and then we're going to destroy the unit, and then we are going to create a new unit type person for that temp player at a random position. And let's see if this works. All right, so I'm gonna buy the potato gun, and I'm gonna get a little closer to the guy, and I'm gonna shoot him twice, once and one more. So now he's gone, but he respawned at a different location on the map. You see? Um, so I will go ahead and wrap this tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys.